What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to TCG Madness. I am very excited for today's video. Today, I finally got my hands on my Kickstarter from Altered TCG. I am very excited for this video. I've been waiting for this moment for a very, very long time. If you guys don't remember, earlier in the year, Altered TCG was a Kickstarter that went well over $1 million. This is a very highly anticipated trading card game to drop this year. I think arguably the most highly anticipated card game to drop this year, without a doubt. There's a lot of great card games dropping for this year, and this is definitely up there on the list. I am really excited. In today's video, we will be doing a booster box opening of Altered TCG, because inside this box, there are 2 Kickstarter booster boxes, as well as all the starter decks and a play mat. So for today's video, we'll be doing a booster box opening. In Friday's video, we'll do another booster box opening, and then in next week, we'll be doing all of the starter decks, and we'll be doing unveiling. We'll do a lot of deck techs, you know, the usual that you guys kind of see on this channel. So yes, for the next couple of weeks, they'll be doing a lot of Altered TCG content. If you guys are excited for that, please do me the big favor right now. Hit that like button. If you're new, consider hitting that subscribe button. Listen, this is a channel dedicated to all things TCG related. If you're a cardboard junkie like myself and like so many others, you are at the right channel. Again, just consider hitting that subscribe button. If for nothing else, just hit that like button. If you guys missed out on this Kickstarter, there will be a link down below in the description box where you guys can still do pre-orders. It will not be for the Kickstarter exclusive, but it will be for the unlimited version that's coming out September 13th for this year. I believe the link that I attached to is from Flipside Gaming. They are amazing. I bought a lot of products from them. There'll be, again, I'm not a sponsor. They don't pay me to say this, but I'm just saying they are amazing and their prices are usually top notch. You can still get Altered TCG booster boxes for the drop of September 13th for under $100 over at Flipside Gaming. There will be a link down below in the description box. So again, if you like what you see and you missed out on this Kickstarter exclusive, no worries, I got you covered, and so does Flipside Gaming. Again, they do not pay me to say this. I just absolutely love them. Their shipping is fast. Their prices are always top notch. No sponsor here, just a free shout out for them. With that being said, let's go ahead and get this into this unboxing. Let's go ahead and crack open a booster box of Altered TCG. All right, now before we go ahead and jump into the booster box opening, let's go ahead and get into this unboxing of this big giant box itself. I was right, by the way. Here is the booster box. I did get 2 booster boxes. I did pre-order that. My memory is not the greatest these days. So there's booster box number 1. And again, here is booster box number 2. So again, we will do a booster box opening today, and then in Friday's video, we'll do another booster box opening. I did order all the starter decks. I did remember this. Every faction starter deck I did pre-order. So we have the Bravos, the Axiom, excellent stuff there. Really, by the way, too, excellent packaging, by the way, guys. Like, these are really, really nice. And then, of course, did I get 2 of each? Oh, look at that. I got another Bravos starter deck, and I ended up getting 2 of the Muna starter decks as well. So pretty nice there. I guess I must have just ordered like a whole set of the starter decks, and then because I did the booster box opening, I must have gotten a couple extra, so I just probably like those ones. Of course, we have Lyra starter deck, Yasmir starter deck, and Ortis starter deck. And again, if you guys don't know how to play this game, I will leave a link down below to how to play. I believe I use Main Deck. He is phenomenal when it comes to tutorials on how to play card games. I'll also leave a link down below to where you guys can play this game via like a tabletop simulator. There's a website called boardgamearena.com. They have partnered up with Altered TCG, where you can try out all these starter decks and play. Interface is amazing. The gameplay is really solid. It's also a great way to learn the game and also to test out the starter decks and see which one you like the most. So I'll leave a link down below in the description box for that as well. The reason why this box is so long is because we got ourselves this giant playmat, and I am loving this with the card zones and everything. Oh, this is beautiful. This is a 70 by 75 centimeters, so you guys can see right there. Yes, it is ideal for 2 players, so there's basically a back and a front half. You know, so this way you can lay it out on top of a table. This is a 2-player mat. I love this too. It's a beautiful mat. I'll probably bust it out here in a second. Actually, you know what? Yeah, let's go ahead and take it out and let's see if we can get a full view of this thing. All right, I got the mat out. I'm going to go ahead and step back and try to get a full view of it so you guys can see. Oh, yeah, baby. That is unbelievable. That is beautiful. The zones, The design of it all, gorgeous. Gorgeous right there. All right, now to actually get into what everybody else is really here for, let's go ahead and crack open our first booster box of Altered TCG. All right, we are all set, you guys. Let's go ahead and crack into things. And again, real quick, if you guys can do me a really big favor, hit that like button. If you're new, consider hitting that subscribe button. And let's get into things. I love the presentation on these boxes too, is also really good. And also too, doing some really quick research. Looking back at it, this game funded February 29th. And it did raise officially not over $1 million. It raised over $6 million, almost. Very, very, very close to the $7 million. It was like $6.9 million. So very, very good. Again, hop on this game, hop on the train now, hop on the bandwagon, just get on board with it. This game is going to be very, very popular. Oh, I am so excited, man. I have not been this excited in a long, long time. So there it is. Contents of the booster boxes. We got 37 booster packs, the non-exclusive Kickstarter edition. I believe I have 36 actually, not 37. So it does look like the Kickstarter maybe gets, you know, one more booster pack. I mean, that's pretty good, pretty nice there. It says right there, 37. So here we go, guys. Let's go ahead and crack into things. Let's see. You know what? Let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit. There we go. That should be good. Here we go. Very excited for this. Let's see what kind of uniques and rares we can pull. I have no idea what we're even looking at, how we're looking at this. So here we go. We do have a nice foiled hero. Nice foil card right there. This is the Akesha and Taru. Really, really nice. This was also one of the starter decks. We got ourselves Common Ogun. Brass Bag Bug Hive, Nurture. A Capella Training. And you can always tell too the commons, we got black borders, white gems, and there's a little C right there. So there's the commons. Pretty nice there. Conjuring Steel. Quetzalcoatl, I believe that's how you pronounce it. All right. Oh, first out of faction rare, the Council. And you can see right there, F stands for out of faction. This is a 4/4/4s across the board. Tap, and it looks like you discard and triggers of characters facing me don't activate. Very, very interesting. This is the out of faction, so this card does not typically belong to this faction. Nice rare there. Ooh, there we go. A rare Ouroboros Inkcaster, 2/2. So basically cast 2, pay 2 for the reserve cost, 2s across the board. When I go to the reserve from the expedition zone, you may return another card from your reserve to your hand. Nice. I actually like that card a lot. So this way you do not lose it. You get another go around with that card. Also has an additional ability. The next card you play this turn cost 1 less, so you can discard it for that. Pretty good there. And we also get another rare Magical Training. That's a really nice card too. Only cost 1. Out of the reserve, cost 2, and you get to draw a card. So it's really, really nice, really effective there. Another out of faction. Man, we get a lot of cards here. I really like this. This is a 3/1 Amelia Earhart. So 2/2/2s across the board, also gains 1 boost when you play it from your hand. So really nice there. And then, of course, we have a nice token, the Mana Convergence. Really, really nice. This will be a little bit longer than my typical videos just because we are taking our time looking over everything. I am not the expert when it comes to Altered TCG. I played a lot of it doing the game board arenas. I did a lot of videos on stuff like that. So again, I'm not... It's been a while since I've taken a look at Altered TCG, so my lingo might be a little out of sorts. Oh, Basira and Kaizamon? Sounds like a Digimon right there from the Bravos faction. This is beautiful, beautiful artwork. This is like a full art hero, basically, and this is foiled up, just superb. Looks beautiful. Oh, when a character you control gains 1 or more boosts, you may exhaust me. To have targeted character gain an additional boost. Nice. Remove it when it leaves the expedition zone. So this is a beautiful art right here. Just, I mean, look at that artwork, guys. Telling you, man. Link down below. Go pre-order some booster boxes. I think this really might be the next best thing in trading card games. I think this card game is really going to take off. I mean, it raised almost, let's just round up, right? It raised $7 million on Kickstarter, so I highly recommend it. Bravos Vanguard, Brass Bug Hub again, Heaven and Bravos, Ride, Muna, Tanuki, Sticky Noise Steals, Baba Izba, nice little landmark for Baba Yaga, Paper Herald, nice. And our Adefaction is Aja. So nice there. A 4/5/4, 4/4. Each player puts a top card of their deck in their mana zone. Nice. So a little bit of ramp, which is nice because this definitely is an Adefaction. Bravo's not really known for its ramping. Nice. Another Adefaction. We have Shenlong. This is a very powerful card. 6/6, 8 across the boards. Just big body right there, right? Really nice card there. We also get a rare Tooth, or Thoth. I almost said Tooth. It's Thoth. 3/3, 3/3/2. When my expedition fails to move forward during dusk, create 2 Ordris Recruit 1/1 soldier tokens. Of course, Ordris loves make those tokens. Really nice. And we got a common foiler. Oh, this must be for their scanning cards and stuff like that. Yes, you can. You guys haven't noticed too, there are barcodes on these cards. You can track all cards that you get, all your rares, all your factions. You can keep it in their database. I imagine this also is probably going to be for a future app or future digital card game for Ultra TCG, which would be fantastic. Don't know if there's anything on that front at the moment. Again, maybe someone can comment down below if I'm missing anything. Navenka and Blotch. Nice. Lyra Hero. Target a character you control, then roll a die. Oh man, this deck was fun to play with. Just what didn't have enough of the cards in the starter deck when I first tried it out. It definitely needed a lot more dice rolling boost cards to it. Just weren't enough. So a lot of stuff going on for Lyra. Lyra deals with a lot of tricky manipulation, dice rolling, a lot of gambling, stuff like that. So if that sounds like, you know, something that you're into, Lyra's going to be the right deck for you. Let's see, we got Bravo's Vanguard, Aja, Hather, Young-Su, the Monolith Ordrith Stallion. When a character joins your expedition, it gains 1 boost. Nice. Nice little card there. Baku. Ooh, Anubis. Each player sacrifices a character. I like that. On par with an Anubis. We also got a rare Brass Bug Hive. So let's go ahead and real quick, let's go ahead and bust out the common, because now you guys can see what a rare versus a common looks like. So you can see Brass Bug Hive. There's a common version of it right there. It says I gain 3 Kelon counters. Does a bunch of other stuff. For this one, though, for this Brass Bug Hive, completely different. Does cost a little bit more. Also has different artwork. It's another permanent landmark, but immediately you get to create a Brass Bug, a 2/2/2 robot token in target expedition. At noon, create another 2/2/2, and then robot token in target expedition. When a robot joins your expedition, it also gains a boost. So definitely a much more powerful card than just your common. Does cost a little bit more, but still very, very nice right there. And that is a nice rare to have. Another rare is a Lyra Navigator. 2/2/0/0/4/4 in the water. So that's pretty good there. And also has a resupply bonus there. And then Grand Endeavor. Costs 6. Reserve cost is also 6. That's why you hear me say like 6/6, 2/2. It costs 6. Out of your reserve, it also costs 6. So just know that that's just the lingo that this card game uses. At noon, target expedition moves forward 1 region. That's a really, really, really nice card there. And of course, we get our Brass Bug token. Perfect, on par. So really unique right here, right? We're getting 3. You get a rare, a couple of Adefactions, like the last 3 cards it looks like in the pack. I do like it too how this card game just like right out of the gate, right? Like you bust it open, you're hit with a foil hero. Really nice there. I like that a lot. And we got all our commons, so you guys can see all the black borders, the commons. I like how they were smart to just basically just say, here are the rares, the Adefactions. They're basically just full art borderless cards. They're beautiful to look at. Here's a rare. So it's a 3/3, 2/2/2 across the board. When I say 2/2/2, I mean like all the land zones, 2 in the grass, 2 in the mountains, 2 in the water. You guys can see it right there, obviously. And it also says create a 2/2/2 robot token in target expedition. Nice. Oh, Mowgli? This is also a Mowgli. Mowgli, not Mowgli. Mowgli. Jeez. 2/1. Just basically is a 3 in the grass. Target character with a hand cost of 3 or less gains Anchored. Anchored, very powerful ability for Amuna. Just gonna have to hit that a lot. Anchored just definitely wants that. Anchored ability basically means that, you know, basically at the end of a turn, all your cards kind of leave the expedition zone and either go into your reserve unless they have bleeding, which then they get discarded from the game. Anchored just basically means that they stay put. Basically what it means. Really, really nice ability. Out of Faction, a 5/5 Aether Shard. Nice. draw a card. At noon, draw another card. This is a beautiful... Drawing is very important. There's not a lot of cards that do a lot of drawing engines and stuff like that. So this is a really, really nice card. And we also get a rare, the Kraken, 7/7/8 in the water. And it also has Gigantic. I am considered present in each of your expedition zones. So that's really nice there. It also says sacrifice one creature. All regions are water and lose their other types. So this thing is just straight up coming in, doing a big splash, basically. And of course, we get a nice promo, altered promo, a Gull Ring and Toscan Odorous Hero. Really nice there. And of course, we do get our barcode again, and then we get our foiler as well. So far, I'm really just loving it. So is that what we get? So it's, yeah, it's either the last 4 or the last 3. You get either an Adefaction and a couple of rares, or you get a nice 2-and-2 split. Maybe no, you get 3 rares and an Adefaction. Nice. All right, moving on to the next pack. Let's see what else we got going on here. I can't wait to play this card game. Oh, nice. Orrat and Kibble, another Lyra hero. When you play a character with a base static of 0, I gain a performance counter. At noon, you may spend 5 of my performance counters to reveal the top card of your deck. You may play it for free or put it into your hand. Beautiful, something that you can play for free, or you get basically essentially a draw engine on your hero. Again, artwork is top-notch. Foiling is really good. Like, there are some certain spots that are foiled, like the nails right here are foiled. This is what I'm talking about. Like, there are some games that come out, their foiling just doesn't look good. It looks like they just put shiny all over it, where they need to put it in certain places. This card game definitely has it. You can see the eyes are shiny, the nails are shiny. The outfit she's wearing is not, but the ulterior of her outfit, all the spells in the background, all that's going on right now, just a beautiful looking card. Let's see if I can get the shine on that thing. Like, look at that. It's just beautiful. Really, really nice card there. Ratatasker, Ogun, Nurture, Ride, Muna. We'll go through the commons a little bit quicker now, and then we'll just get to the last bit of it where we get to the rares and the Adafactions, and maybe hit a unique here. That'd be nice. We do get Ogun, 2/2, 2/1/1, and you may pay 2 to create another Brass Bug, Robot token, and target expedition. Then the robot gains... Then robots you control gain a boost. Okay, there we go. That's what I was messing up on. We do get an Adefaction, Youngsu Verdant Weaver, a 3/3/3/3/3. If you have 3 or more basic statics of 0 among characters you control, I gain 2 boost. Really nice there, too. And Dorothy Gale, this was a card that I loved, and the fact that this card is Adefaction, she's usually in the pink faction right there. This one's definitely for a Bravos. I like this card a lot. A 5/3/3/2/2. You may send target character to reserve. This was such a pain in the butt when I was deck testing. This card was like the envy of me, and I just never wanted to see this card. Ordress Carrier Adefaction as well. 3/3 at noon. Create an Ordress Recruit 1/1 soldier token in your companion expedition. Nice. And then, of course, we get our Mana Convergent. Really liking a lot of these cards that are also Adafactions. Very cool to see cards. That's kind of how this game works. A lot of these cards are, you know, staples of their faction, but the fact that you can still get some of them, not all of them, Adefaction is really cool. Akesha and Taru, another great card there for the leaders. We have Aquilon, Elemental, Achilles, Boom, Lyra, Mana, Esmeralda, Ordress Gatekeeper, and then of course an Adefaction Keylon Cylinder. It's a 1/1 and it says I gain 2 Keylon counters. Spend 1 of my Keylon counters. The next character you play this turn gains 1 boost. Nice. I like that too. It's just straight up just Keylon counters. Doesn't say it has to be a specific character or anything. It just says spend 1. Next character you play gains a boost. Pretty good card, and it is in the Bravos. Bravos does do a lot of boosting as well, so that's a really good card. Even though it is Adefaction, still very good for the faction that this was printed on. This is Mechanical Training. It's also another Adefaction, 2/2. Activate the triggers of target characters you control. So you have to tap it and activate a target triggered character you control. I like this a lot, actually. There are some very good shenanigans you can do with this card. I like this card a lot, and the fact that I have it with Muna is fantastic. Fantastic. Oh, Jean d'Arc as the rare. It's a 5/5 with 2 across the boards. When I leave the expedition zone, create 2 Ordress Recruit 1/1/1 soldier tokens in each of your expedition. It's a nice card there. Oh, here we go with our first unique. We have Aja. The character is a deity. It's a cost 3 out of the reserve. It's a 4, and it has a 4/3/4. This is fantastic. I believe this card is in Muna, but we actually get this for Bravo, so this is really nice. And it says each player puts a top card of their deck in their mana zone. So we get some ramp with Bravos. Now, I have some really good unique and adaptations for Bravo right now. I am getting some really good ideas for some decks. This is exciting. And also has another ability down here as well. Up to one target character gains fleeting. Really, really nice. I like this. Oops, sorry, getting out of the camera here. I like this a lot. You know what? Let me adjust my camera. I keep pulling it down for you guys. I'm sorry. There we go. Like this a lot. Beautiful, beautiful card here. So that's our first unique. Now, I don't know how pull rates go. I don't know if there's going to be more than just one unique per booster box. I am not aware of any of that stuff right now. So this, this is all new to me as well as it is for you guys. I try really hard not to watch like other people's contents until I get to do this stuff first. Then I'll go in and watch other people's contents and stuff like that. Just because I want to be surprised myself. So this is the gorgeous card right there. Non-foil. Do wish the uniques came in foil, but hey, that's okay too. All right, moving on here. Next pack. Like this foiling a lot. Go ahead and get down centered for you guys. Like I said, I tried to also do something different with the video here. So if you see me looking to the left, making sure everything's still recording, properly. Try to do something new with these videos. Try to make it a little more eye appealing. So let me know if you guys like this type of format where I got something in the background. I would really appreciate that. Our artifaction is the Spindle Muna Bastion. Or Bastion. The 3/3 characters you control have tough 2. Cards in the reserve are not controlled. Your opponent's spells and abilities are targeted. Targeted me cost 2 more, so nice. Little bit of anti-spell stuff. Nice. Harvest is our rare. It's a 2/2. I like this card a lot. This was a really, really powerful card. It's a nice spell, and it says resupply, then resupply again. Put the top card of your deck in your reserve. Having cards in your reserve, especially if you don't have a lot of cards in hand and you're searching for something, is a great way. And you also notice too, there's a lot of cards that cost more at first when you play from your hand, and the reserve cost is cheaper. This is a pretty nice card as well. Monolith Ordris Bastion. It's a 4/4 when a non-token character joins your expedition. It gains 1 boost. This is an adaptation, so nice. And it's Muna too, so that's really good there. And we also got a rare Otis Gatekeeper. 3/3 ones across the boards. Create a Ordris Recruit soldier token in each of your expeditions, which is really nice. Again, Ordris loves creating those tokens, especially those annoying soldiers, and they pile up really fast. Very annoying if you can't deal with all of them. So here we go. Moving along here, we got a nice Faunus and Senka. When you play a spell, target character you control gains 1 boost. Nice. Like that a lot. Sun Wukong. All right. I'm hoping to get a couple of more of these. I'd like to get some rares. Maybe even a unique Sun Wukong would be fantastic. One of my favorite cards to play during the deck testing that I did. All right. So we got Howl Mulan. 2/2, 1/2/2, and if you play it out of your reserve, it does say I lose fleeting. Nice. Very nice card there. Is that out of faction? Oh, just a rare. A Capella Training. Another rare. 2/2 fleeting. Target character gains fleeting. It would be sent to the reserve discard. It would be sent to reserve. Discard it instead. Draw a card. That's what I was trying to tell you. That fleeting ability right there. Eventually, if you were to play a card after the round's over, it would go to your reserve. If it has fleeting, it goes straight to the discard pile. Sakurabaru. This is definitely an out of faction card because this is for the pink faction. Now we have it for Bravos. A 7/4, 4/4/4. Your opponent's expeditions facing mine moves backwards 1 region. Excellent card right here if you're fortunate enough to actually play it, and then it also has that very cheap reserve cost. Really a very powerful card. And then we also have a Ordris Trooper. It's a 1/2/2 for a 1-drop, which is not bad at all. And then we have a Maw token character. So far, let me know what you guys think in the comments section down below. If this game is really speaking to you. Again, if this game is speaking to you and you're like, man, I really wish I would have gotten it, check link description down below. I have something tagged for it, so you guys can still get your hands on these booster boxes. We are now going to go a little bit faster here. We're going to go ahead and move through these because we do have 37 packs to get to, and I don't want this video to go too long for you guys, so we'll just get right to the end. Hooked 2/2 target character switches expedition. You get to draw a card. Nice. Ah, there we go. Sun Wukong as my rare. Hoping to get a couple of these. 3/4, 2/4, 2. And it gains 2 boost and loses fleeting. I love this card a lot. It's such a powerful card. A Coniferal Coneman, 4/4, 3s across the board. I gain Anchor. This is definitely an out of faction. This belongs to the Muna faction. So that's powerful right there to get those type of cards out of faction, because Anchored really is Muna's like basic ability. So to get that in the pink, really good there. Create an Ordris 1/1 token. This is definitely out of faction because Ordris is blue. So pretty nice there. And then we get Athena out of faction, looking beautiful here. I like this card. It's a 5/3, 3/4, 4. If you control two or more other characters, I gain 2 boost. If you control 2 or more other characters, I also lose fleeting. Really, really nice there. Like I said, this will be a little bit of a longer video just because there's so much to talk to with this. Here we go. Professor in Rosum. Get rid of the commons pretty quickly here. Like I said, we can go through it a little bit quicker now. Mechanical Training, we've seen this card already. Ordris Spy, this is a nice out-of-faction card. 3/2, 2s across the board. Sabotage, discard up to 1 card from a reserve. And then also out of your reserve, this will have the ability to create an Ordris Recruit Soldier token in my expedition. So, nice card there. Tinkerbell, 2/3, 1/3/3. Has Sabotage. Discard up to 1 target card from a reserve. And then we have Vanishing Gate out of faction. 4/4 Fleeting. Also has discard target character or permanent. So this is a nice anti-spell there. And Hual Mulan out of faction. 2/2, 1/2/2. I lose Fleeting. And then there's our nice Boda. I love this. This token is such an adorable token. Glad I actually pulled one of those, because that is definitely a deck I'm going to be playing a lot. That is the Bravos deck. Bravos and Muna were my 2 favorite ones that I ended up testing out. Definitely want to build a Bravos deck first. Arjan and Spike, nice little hero card there. There we go. Sun Wukong, Ira, Muna, Ordris Attorney. Here we go. We got our first out of faction Harvest. Nice. Resupply. Put top cards to 1/2. There we go. Mana Reaping. Put the target character or permanent in its owner's mana zone. Nice. That's a really good card. Really nice rare there. Can work both for you and against you. Foundry Engineer, 2/2, 2/2/1 out of faction. The next permanent you play this afternoon costs 2 less. Really, really nice card there. And then we got a nice common foiler right there. Pretty good stuff there. I like that we're getting a lot of these very unique cards that are out of faction. Really cool to see a lot of this. It's something that we've just never seen before in a card game, the way this game does these things. If I remember correctly too, they said like a computer makes all these cards. So they never know like what is really going to be printed. So it's kind of cool. Out of faction, Mana Druid. This is supposed to be for Muna. So we have a 3/2, 3/2/2. Also discard target character with a hand cost of 3 or less gains Anchor. Nice. Kodama. This is a really nice looking card. It's a rare. 2/2, 3/3/3s across the board. I gain a sleep during dusk. Ignore my statistics. During rest, I don't go to the reserve and I lose a sleep. So basically, it's like pseudo Anchor a little bit. But you just don't get the abilities first. You just get them next. Intimidation. This is definitely an out of faction. This is Bravos. 2/2 Fleeting, send me to the discard, send a reserve, return target character or permanent with a hand cost of 5 or less to its owner's hand. Pretty nice there. Good little counter spells right there. Man, we are just so many packs, so much to do. This is just so much fun for me. I'm like a kid like on Christmas morning right now. You know, we'll just do this. We'll just skip right to it. Let's go to Open the Gate. 4/5 out of faction, create a Brass Bug robot token each of your expedition zones. Nice. It's a really good card there. Physical Training, also another faction card. It's a 2/3. Target character gains 3 boost. A boost is a +1/+1, of course, so they gain 3 of those. Really nice there. And the fact that that is now a Muna card for me. I'm pretty sure it's Bravos, but now I get that in Muna. Oh my lord. Muna with Anchored and boosting. Oh, that's going to be such a good card to play. 1/2 of a helping hand, also another add a faction card. Target character gains 1 boost and loses fleeting. Nice. Odrus Spy, a rare. We already seen that one, so we don't have to go through that again. Like I said, we're going to start moving a little bit quicker here so we can get through all of these cards because there's a lot still in this booster box. And then, of course, on Friday's video, we'll be going over another booster box of Altered TCG, the second of my booster boxes. So we have a Haven Bouncer, rare, 3/3, 2/2/2s across the boards, Sabotage, and also gains 2 boost out of the reserve. Esmeralda, 2/3, 0/2/2, and it has Resupply. Nice card there. Kraken's Wrath, this is an out of faction. 5/5, it has Fleeting. Send to the reserve up to 4 target characters with a total hand cost of 6 or less. That would be devastating for any Odrus decks that definitely relies on a lot of the 1/1 tokens across the board, because then you can essentially just get rid of 6 of them. Even if you boost them, they're all pretty much gone. Bravo's Blade Dancer, this is a nice card, clearly out of faction. It's a 1/2, it has Seasoned. I keep my boost when I go to the reserve. When you play it, it also gains 1 boost, so if you can boost that card up, pretty powerful. We also have Ordris Cadets, 2/2 for a 1/1/1, and then also has Create a Soldier token in another expedition, and of course wouldn't be without the Ordris Recruits. So pretty nice there. Liking some of the strategies, I'm like envisioning a lot of strategies, a lot of cards to build. The cool thing about this too is deck building is going to be like unlike any other game when it comes to deck building, and that's because too a lot of these out of factions, Kodros and Boda, I have him now as a foil. Definitely gonna put that in a sleeve, and definitely going to top load this thing because that is a gorgeous looking card. I like this one a lot. This one's definitely going to be the leader that I'll use when I build my deck and I put it in a deck box. I gotta find a nice deck box that has like a commander's deck box that has him in the front of it, so that'll be really nice as well. Happy to have that. So yeah, like I was saying, deck building is going to be like any other game as far as deck building goes, just because a lot of these out of factions and these unique cards, it's just going to make, like I said, deck building very unique, and it's going to be like any other deck game because you just can't rip off someone else's deck. They're going to have cards that you're just plainly not going to have. I mean, that's just, to me, and that's awesome. That's what deck building needs to get back to, right? The uniqueness of building decks, the different type of strategies that you get to implement instead of just everybody copying and pasting and copying the meta or going against the meta. We have meta and we have anti-meta. This card game shouldn't have that. Now, that brings me a lot of joy and excitement. Asmodeus, a 6/6, 5 across the board, roll a die. It's definitely out of faction because this is supposed to be for another faction. It's supposed to be for that faction. We have him for Bravo, so that's really cool. We also have Flammel. 4/3, you may return for a 4/3/3. You may return a spell from your reserve to your hand. Pretty nice there. Like that a lot. Ratatasker, who's normally in Bravos. Now we get him in Ordris, which is awesome because he's a 1/3 Ratatasker that will actually create 2 Ordris Recruit Soldier tokens in my expedition. That is a very, 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 very powerful out of faction card right there. This is what I'm talking about. That's not supposed to be a normal ability for Ratatasker, but here we go. Normally he creates 2 boost tokens instead. Wow, a 1/3 that's going to create all that out of your reserve. That's really good. Mana Druid for unique Mana Druid. All right, so we get our second unique card here. This is a Mana Druid unique, 3/2, 2/3/1, and it has, you may pay 1. If you do, I gain 1 boost for each landmark you control. That is very, very, very powerful. Unbelievable, and that is also out of faction. He also has a discard and has his typical ability up to 1 target creature with hand cost 3 or less. Other than me, gains Anchored. So really, really nice. There's our second unique card. Don't know how I feel about, because it's in like a faction that I'm typically not thrilled with, but that's okay. I'll take any unique cards, and who knows too, like, it's gonna be very interesting to go like up on like eBay and other forums to see who's selling what kind of uniques and what kind of other people are looking for, because you're not gonna be able to put a price tag on a certain unit unless it really has like a broken, busted ability, but I really don't even know what that would look like. Ooh, I got a unique foiler too. Like I said, I really don't even know what like a broken card would look like in unique form, so Really cool stuff. This is what I'm saying. Like, this is just something that we've just never seen before. This is a hero I've never seen before. Is his hand cut off? Damn, his hand's cut off. Astrade and Surge. I begin the game with 5 heroism counters. When you play a character with a hand cost greater than or equal to my number of heroism counters, draw a card and I gain an heroism counter. So hold on, wait a minute. So I begin the game with 5 of them. When you play a character with a hand cost greater than or equal to my number of hero counters, draw a card and I gain a heroism counter. I wonder how you can lose those by still gaining that ability. That is just splendid artwork, by the way. I'm gonna have to look into that hero and see what else is in that faction that might do something with heroism counters, because that's really cool. I haven't seen that yet. So we also have 2 Ouroboros and Lyra Bastions. 3/3 resupply. If you would resupply instead, reveal the top 2 cards of your deck. Put one into reserve and the other in the discard. So we have Scry 2 basically, which is really nice. We also have a Chiron 2/2 for a 1, but it has up to 2 target characters each gain 1 boost. So there we go. Really nice card there. Also add a faction, and again for Muna, that's gonna be very powerful. Bravos Pathfinder. Clearly add a faction because that's not Bravos. 2/2 for 0/3/3. We also have Charge. Characters you control gain 1 boost. A lot of add a faction cards here. Banishing Gate, a 4/5. Discard target character or permanent, and we have a common foiler. So far too, I'm also noticing it looks like only the heroes are foils, which is kind of cool, I guess, you know? I would have liked some other cards to be foiled, but I mean, I guess that's kind of cool to have the heroes as foilers. Subhash and Marmo is a beautiful looking card too. At noon, you may pay 1 and put a card from your hand in reserve to create a Brass Bug 2/2 robot token. That's a really, really nice card, actually. To put a card from your hand in reserve too. That's really powerful. So you would want cheap reserve cost cards. That could be pretty deadly. Let's go ahead and get out of these commons, because the commons are all going to be basically the same. Ratatasker as a rare. So you see what I mean? Like, this is a 1/3. Remember, the last Ratatasker rare or at a faction rare that we pulled basically said create 2 tokens. This one says I gain 3 boost out of the reserve. That's pretty good. Cloth Cocoon. 2/2 fleeting. Discard target fleeting, anchored, or asleep character. Nice. It's a nice rare too. Ordrish Trooper. Nice add a faction card there. And then we got our rare foiler. So you can see too, as you're going through this video, you can see like we're pulling cards that, if you remember really quick, like that Ratatasker, when he was at a faction, he did X, and then when we get a card that's actually in faction, he does that. So he gains 3 boost. Pretty cool there. All right, so let's go ahead. Like I said, we'll get through this really quickly. Bravos Vanguard. You may have another target character lose fleeting, and I gain 1 boost. This is a nice add a faction card. And these add a factions are really cool. Dracinia 3/3/0/1/1. I gain anchor. Nice. At noon, I gain 2 boost as well. Really powerful there. Spycraft Sabotage, then resupply. That's a great card there. Monolith. 2/2 3/3/3 across the board. A rare. I have Defender. Unless you control 2 or more other bureaucrats, my expedition can advance during dusk. Interesting. Interesting. So he needs a lot of people on the board to help him advance. Okay. Guess that kind of makes sense, right? He's an expeditionist. Artwork is like also too stellar in this game too. Like all these cards that you're seeing, I mean, they're just gorgeous. They each card to me tells a story too, and I love it. Lyra Thespian, clearly at a faction, to 2/2, 2 across the board. If you control 2 or more boosted characters, I gain 2 boost as well. It's a really powerful card. Monolith Rune Scribe, 2/2 1/2/2. If you control a token, resupply. Oh, that's really good. Oh, we have ourselves another unique. This is a Dracinia. We just pulled one recently too. It's a 3/3 for 0/2/2. I gain anchor. At noon, if you control 1 or more landmarks, draw a card. Oh, that's powerful. Muna suffers from draw engines. This actually kind of solves a little bit of that problem. That's a very nice, unique card. And the fact that we also gain Anchor, that gives you probably the ability to draw twice off of it if you control one or more landmarks, which is not that difficult. Very nice. So that is 3 uniques so far out of this booster box. This is just, I mean, we still have so many booster packs, guys. Like I said, I'd say I'm trying to move a little bit faster, but I mean, it's almost impossible. Ooh. Ran an Orchard. Beautiful. When one of your expedition moves forward due to, I don't know what that is actually. Draw a card, then put a card from your hand in reserve. Damn. Muna busting out some draw engines on their heroes now? Oh boy. Building a Muna deck is going to be fun. We have red, 2/3, 2/2/2. It's seasoned. I keep my boost when I go to reserve. At dusk, if you have 3 or more boost, draw a card. Damn. All in. Roll a die. You may discard a card from your reserve to increase the result by 2. Target character gains X boost, where X is the final result. Very good. Cloth Cocoon in its out of faction form. Spindle Harvesters, also out of faction. 1/1/1. I gain Anchor. Very nice. Like I said, I'm going to just apologize in advance because a couple of things, you know, first of all, if you may have noticed, like, I'm not the best when it comes to like reading or talking like for long periods of time. When I have to read off of something, man, first of all, my eyes are just not the greatest, so sometimes I have to like squint and look in, so I do apologize. And also too, I'm just gonna apologize because this video is just gonna go on for a while just because we have 37 booster packs. And there's just so much to get into. Ada Lovelace, another card that we haven't seen. It's a 2/2, 1/2/1. You may put a card from your hand in reserve to draw a card. Nice. Orbost Croupier. Hope I haven't pronounced that right. 4/4/0/5/5. Roll a die on a 4+. Draw a card. On a 1/3 resupply. That is damn good right there. That is a really good card, actually. Definitely going to be a staple. Isamboshi. Out of faction, 1/2 for a 0/0/2. Target character gains 1 boost. Not bad. Monolith Legate, a 2/2 2/1/2. When my expedition fails to move forward during dusk, sabotage after rest. Discard up to 1 target card from a reserve. Well, here we go. We're just gonna keep moving along here. And hopefully at this point we've seen all of the heroes too, so I can start skipping that part too. We do have a Helping Hand. 1/1 fleeting. Target character gains 2 boost and loses fleeting. Nice. Young Su, Verdant Weaver. We've seen this card. If you control 2 or more plants, I gain 2 boost. The Frog Prince, 1/1 for a 2/0/2. This is a nice rare. It's very cheap and very powerful just to get off the get on the board. Celebration Day. Okay, let's see what this is. 8/8 fleeting. Expeditions can't move forward from this day. Go figure. Basically gives you an opportunity to stall your opponent and basically dig out hopefully a last reserve for winning. That's actually a pretty cool card. Waro and Mac. Put that over there. Get rid of these commons. And let's see what the rares and out of factions have for us. Axiom Scrambler, 3/3, 2/4/2. It has Sabotage. Martingale, a 1/1/1/1/0. If you would roll a die, you may add 1 to its result. Not bad. Not bad at all. Charge, a 2 or a 3. Characters you control gain a boost and a mana convergence token. Really nice. So far, like I said, I'm just absolutely loving this. Just so much to open. Let's see what else he got for me. Another hero. We'll go ahead and get that out of there. Get all this out. Orbost Inkcaster. 2/2, 2/2/2. When I go to the reserve from the expedition zone, you may return another card from your reserve to your hand. Again, that's a very powerful ability. Kodama, out of faction, I gain a sleep. Not bad. The Council. This is a whole bunch of stuff. I'm going to have to look into that card later. Ordris Recruit. I mean, it's like opening up a booster box of like Magic the Gathering. That's basically what this is. The way this whole thing is like laid out. The amount of packs you get. Mana Eruption as a rare. A 2/2 fleeting. Discard one of your mana orbs. If you do, discard target character or permanent. Very nice. Ogun, we've seen him. Baba Yaga. as a rare, a 3/2 for a 3/2/2. Draw a card. Nice. Oh, here we go. Verdant Weaver. Is this a unique? It is a unique. All right, so we got another unique actually. So a 3/4 for a 4/4/3. If you have 3 or more base statistics of 0 among characters you control, you may return a card from your reserve to your hand. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Could be a little bit better. So far, I'm not like digging that one either. A lot of stuff have to kind of like... I mean, it's not like that difficult to get a 0 of one of these on board. We've seen plenty of cards like that. It's just... you're still asking for 3 of those or more. Asking a lot. So, not as powerful as some of the other uniques that we've seen so far, but still pretty good. Koja and... I wish they did give alternative arts as their leaders too. That would have been really cool. Maybe pull like a couple of those. The Mad Hatter, or just a Hatter. It's a 4/5 for a 5/5/0. Really nice card there. Tomo goes in 3/3 for a 2/5/5. Wow, okay. I can't be played if you have less than 6 mana orbs. So, okay. I see. Very, very cost efficient, but you still can't play until later in the game. Achilles, 5/5 for 5s across the board. Tough 1. Your opponent's spells and abilities that target me cost 1 more. Not bad there. Alright, let's see what else we got. There's the foil hero there. We have a nice Kitsune out of faction. 2/2, 0/3/2. Each player draws a card. Amelia Earhart, 3/1, 2s across the board. I gain 1 boost. Paint Prison. Haven't seen this one yet. 5/5 for fleeting. You may discard a card from your reserve to reduce my cost by 2. Return target character or permanent to the top of its owner's deck. See, for 5, I don't like that. It should be play it for free. That's a little too much. Lady of the Lake, 2/2 for a 1/1/3. Nice card there. Like, that other card, that's not that powerful. Instead of bringing it to the top of your deck, unless you can draw it that same turn and still play it, I would much rather be able to just put it into my hand or play it for free. Especially if I'm, you know, gonna cost me 5 to play that card. Yeah. Alright, get rid of the commons. What do we have here? Martangle, we've seen that. Hydrasenia, here we go. A rare 7/7, 0s across the board, but it has Eternal. During rest, I don't go to the reserve. Tough X, where X is the number of plants you control. Ooh. Also gains 4 boost. At noon, I gain 4 boost. Oh, that's brutal. That is brutal. That has to be an end of the game play right there. Meditation Training, 2/3. Target character with hand cost 3 or less gain anchored. Not bad at all. Add a faction card too, so that's really nice. Quetzalcoatl for a rare for a 3/3. You can see all the boosts, 3s across the board. When an opponent draws 1 or more cards or does resupply, create a 1/1 token. Woo. And we also got ourselves a unique foiler. Nice. Good stuff, man. Really good stuff. We are coming down to the last... How many packs we have left? Still got a lot of packs, man. Alright, what else we got here? Go ahead and get rid of those. Bravos Vanguard. Tiny Jin. Okay, so we got a 2/3, 0/3/0. When I leave the exposition zone, if I'm boosted, put me and my owner's mana zone. Out of the reserve, it does gain a boost, so this thing will go to your mana zone, so that's another like pseudo ramp. So that's pretty nice there. 2/2, 2/2/2s across the board. When I'm sacrificed, you may have targeted character gains 2 boost. Oh, nice Alchemist for a 3/1 out of faction. For a 1/1/1, also says gain 3 boost. Man, oh man, am I loving this. I'm getting a lot of deck ideas. They're running through my head. Makes me feel good. Alright, we got Waro and Mac. Also got ourselves an Athena for a rare. Paper Herald for out of faction. Ardris Carrier. And we got ourselves a unique foil. Okay. So we did get another unique. We have ourselves a 1/2 Foundry Mechanic 0/1/0. Up to 1 target character gains a sleep. That's it. The next permanent you play this afternoon costs 1 less. Yeah, I gotta be honest, not really crazy about that one either. A sleep's like what? Like pseudo anchor basically? That's, you know, okay. I'm sure there's a way to maybe, you know, kind of break that ability a little bit. We'll definitely have to look into that a little bit more. But another unique. And this time we got a unique foil, right? We're going to move along a lot quicker now because we are getting to almost like a 1 hour mark of this video. And we're going to have to call this video over here. So we're just going to go through pretty quickly. We got ourselves a nice Bravos Tracker, Lyra Festival, Muna, Celestial Blast, Muna Caregiver, Ordress Recruit. Like I said, if anybody who's made it this far into the video, again, please hit that like button. If you haven't already, I imagine you would subscribe to the channel. Really would appreciate that. Come on. There we go. Because this is just... there's so much to get into. There's so much to talk about. So we will definitely be doing Sun Wukong out of faction. Target character gains 2 boost. Nice. There's going to be a lot to talk about. Again, like I said, if you have not pre-ordered, do it now. I'm telling you guys, this will be the next card game, the next big thing to come out of TCGs. No, there's no way a card game doesn't, you know, raise $7 million on their Kickstarter and is not going to be popular. Muna Merchant, nice. Out of faction. Aloe Vera, Kraken's Wrath. Another unique, Lyra Scald. A 2/2 for a 2/0/3. You may discard a card from your reserve. If you do, the next card you play is up new, cost 1. See, that's much better. That's much better. Getting a nice, cheap card out. I do like this a lot. That is much better. That to me is a good unique. Good unique there. The unique cards are gorgeous too. They definitely have some nice artwork to them. Just nice stuff all around. Again, for a card game that this is like their first set, which means it's only going to get better, they definitely knew what they were doing. There's a lot of card games that, you know, take like 2 to 3 sets in and they start finally, you know, get their footing. This game is just, like I said, it's that game. It's that game. See? Mana Eruption, Ether Shard, a Thought, Ordress Recruit. We are finally coming down to the last 3 packs, I think, right? Yep, last 3 packs. Awesome. So I think this video has gone long enough, and by Friday's video, we don't have to sit there and do this next time. But I know there are some people who really want to see all the cards, who want to talk about it. I totally get that. But obviously, for the sake of the people watching, it just takes too long. So definitely do it for this video. The next video on Friday that I'll be doing will not have this kind of a problem because we're going to move a lot quicker. All right, it's down to the final 2 packs. Fen and Crowbar. Go ahead and get rid of all these commons. We have ourselves a Heaven Trainee, Lyra Cloth Dancer, and a Baku. And we are finally down to the final pack. Again, if you guys have enjoyed this video, please hit that like button if you haven't already. Really would appreciate that. Here we go, final pack. Maybe we'll get one more unique. Let's see. Sticky Note Seals, Mana Channeling, nice. Spycraft, Esmeralda, Sticky Note Seals, and a rare code right there. Perfect. Love all of this. Thank you guys so much. If you've made it this far, if you've watched this video, hats off to you if you made it throughout this whole thing. Don't forget, hit that like button. If you're new, consider hitting that subscribe button. Real quick recap of the uniques that we at least pulled. I mean, because these are beautiful cards. Foundry Mechanic, Young Su, Dracaena, Muna Druid, and Aja. Those were the uniques that we pulled. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 uniques in a booster box, which is really cool. Love everything about this game. Again, there will be links down below if you guys still want to pre-order some booster boxes. If you guys want to see how to play videos, I'll leave links down below for everything Altered TCG related. Hope you guys have enjoyed this really long video, but kind of had to do it because I was really excited, and of course I want to talk a little bit more in depth with this card game. So that's gonna do it for this video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. See you guys next time.